Hello everybody, this is Gary. Today is October 24th. Oh, I'm sorry, it's October 25th, Friday. It is 10:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States in Rochester, New York, and this is my coping with schizophrenia vlog entry for today. Today I wanted to talk about how to deal with insomnia and how you can have certain practices called sleep hygiene that might help you sleep better at night. Sleep hygiene just refers to habits and the things that you do that might keep you awake all night or wake up in the middle of the night. First of all, don't have any caffeine after like 5 p.m. because it's likely to keep you from falling asleep. And if possible, even reduce your caffeine take during the day as well. Um, but drinking caffeine at 5 p.m. or later usually can cause problems with insomnia. And this is all the ways called sleep hygiene. Um, Another thing you shouldn't do is stare at a computer screen, especially in the dark before you go to bed, because the light from the screen kind of acts like light from the sun. I'm not sure of all the technical details, but if you're looking at a computer screen, like a laptop, for long periods of time before you go to bed, it tricks your body and your brain into thinking that it's still daylight, and therefore you're going to stay up because you stared at a computer screen all evening. Again, I wouldn't use a computer or stare into a computer screen after 5 p.m. because, again, it'll mess up your ability to fall asleep. Of course, there are people who do fall asleep and they wake up in the middle of the night. Caffeine and staring into a computer screen can also make you wake up in the middle of the night. And if you do get up in the middle of the night, it's probably not a good idea to stare at a computer screen because you can't get back to sleep. Um, do something else. If you positively can't get to sleep, read a book, do your finances on your checkbook or whatever, because there's no point in lying there in bed if you can't sleep, staring at the clock, thinking you're going to get to sleep, and then 3 o'clock comes, and 4 o'clock comes, and 5 o'clock comes. It makes no sense to sit there and lie there staring at the clock. So you might as well keep yourself busy at night if you can't sleep. Um, Another way you can prevent insomnia is don't drink alcohol at nighttime, especially at bedtime. Don't use it as a sort of a sedative that helps you fall asleep, because even if alcohol makes you fall asleep, there's a good chance you're going to wake up in the middle of the night and not be able to get back to sleep because alcohol interferes with your body's rhythms when it's sleeping. Um, Another way to help you to sleep better is don't go to bed too early. If you go to bed, like say 7 p.m. instead of, oh, I don't know, 10 p.m., you might wake up early in the morning or in the middle of the night and find it difficult to get back to sleep. Um, Using drugs to go to sleep has limited value. I wouldn't use them because, again, they can interfere with your sleep patterns, and even if you fall asleep from using a drug, like say marijuana, there's a good chance that you wake up in the middle of the night and have insomnia. So, those are just some basic ways of trying to get ready to go to sleep. I use meditation, and meditation can be found on a lot of places on YouTube. Um, there's all kinds of different meditation. There's Buddhist meditation, there's guided imagery, and these are all available on YouTube. But again, if you decide to use meditation while you're using meditation on the computer or your cell phone, don't stare at the screen. Kind of meditate with your eyes closed and keep the brightness of the screen from getting into your eyes and your face. Like turn the computer away while you're listening to a meditation. Um, so that's all I can think of right now. And also, don't eat a meal too close to bedtime. If you do that, you may find it hard to fall asleep. My personal problem is that I have acid reflux, and if I this happened to me last night, if I eat too much food before I go to bed, and then I lie down, I had acid reflux, which means the stuff coming into my stomach splashes into my throat, and then I start choking. And it's a very frightening experience to be choking on something inside your stomach that's come up. And that makes it very difficult once that happens to fall asleep, because it's very disconcerting, a feeling of choking. So don't eat a large meal or even a small meal before you go to bed. There's a good chance that it'll in some way interrupt with your sleep patterns. Um, I found it difficult to get back to sleep last night after that happened, the acid reflux into my throat. But I eventually did go to bed again and fall asleep. But those are some basic suggestions for helping you sleep better. Um, Exercise during the day is a good idea, but don't exercise too close to the evening, because that may make you more energetic and make it more difficult to fall asleep. Um, and also try to sleep in a room that's fairly cool, not freezing cold, but fairly cool. It's easier, excuse me, it's easier to fall asleep in a cool room than one that's way too hot. Um, but if you find you can't sleep in a cool room because you find it uncomfortable, then do a warm bedroom, like around 72 degrees Fahrenheit room temperature. But that's all I can think of for now. I can't think of anything else. If anybody else has any suggestions on how to help fall asleep, just put them in the comment section, and I'm willing to print any comments. I don't censor people. Share, like, comment, give suggestions, and subscribe.